Hello everyone, this is Textile and Clothing Care and Maintenance. We all wear clothes. With use, they become dirty. They have to be cleaned, they have to be washed, they have to be rinsed. So we have different methods to wash them. Now we'll study about laundry. Laundry not only means just washing of clothes, but drying and finishing are also involved in it. Laundering includes different steps. The first one is called washing, then rinsing, then starching and bluing, then drying, and the last step is ironing and pressing of the garment. This flowchart helps you to understand that the fabric needs to be sorted out. That means all the colored fabrics are separated from the white fabrics. Then you need to fill the bucket with water and you need to choose the perfect detergent for your clothes. For example, cotton needs to be washed with detergents, but for silk and woolen we use mild detergents. There are certain detergents available in liquid form. Detergents can be available in powder or liquid form. Then you will take a tub of water and fill with detergent. You need to check the care label. In the care label, all the important informations are available, like the temperature of water need to be taken and it need to be tumble dry or it need to be washed by hands. Then you soak the clothes inside the water tub. After that, you rinse the clothes in running water 3 to 4 times to remove all the dirt and all the soapy solution. Then you dry according to the need of the fabric. Drying can be done at the flat level or we can dry it in a cloth line. Laundry can be done through 4 different methods. It can be done through friction washing or suction washing, kneading and squeezing, or washing by hands. Now we'll tell you about what is washing. Washing is a process that involves removal of dirt that has been loosened from the fabric by soaking. There are many ways to do this and choice depends upon the fabric being washed. For example, cotton fabric need to be washed with hot temperature, or we can say we can use boiling water for it. But for the woolen fabrics, we can't use hot water. We have to use warm or mild water for them. Suitable for washing strong fabrics like cotton. This is friction washing. Friction washing can be done by hand. For this, what you have to do is you need to rub the cloth with your hands. This method is suitable for small garments like handkerchief. This is the most economical method. What you have to do is you need to rub it with your hands and then soak it again in water. By repetition of this method, you can get a cleaner object. The next method is plastic scrubbing method. This method can be done with the help of a brush. With a scrubbing brush, friction is applied by placing the dirty article into it. It is suitable for soiled household articles made up of strong fabrics like duster. We all use duster in our homes. They become dirty. To remove dirt from them, we use brush. The second method is scrubbing with a plastic brush. With a scrubbing brush, friction is applied by placing the dirty article flat on a hard surface. It is suitable for very soiled household articles made up of strong fabrics, for example, dusters. The third method is washing with a stick. Large articles like bed sheets are washed by this method. The second main classification is suction washing. This method is suitable for articles like towels, which are heavy, have a pile weave on which a brush cannot be used. The article is placed in a soapy solution in a tub and the suction washer is applied down on it and lifted repeatedly. Next method is called as squeezing or kneading. This method is suitable for delicate fabrics like woolens and rayon. This method does not cause any damage to the fabric or it doesn't change the shape as only gentle rubbing with hands is applied. Next is washing by machine. The process of washing involves removal of dirt. Washing machine is a suitable labor-saving device. There are different types of washing machines available in the market. Some are top-loading washing machines and other are front-loading washing machines. The picture shown here shows you a front-loading washing machine. Methods of washing and drying of different fabrics. The first fabric is cotton. For cotton fabric, you need to soak cotton fabric in a bucket of water. You can use detergent for them. For washing, you can use a hard water to it. Rinsing can be done with cold running water. We can easily squeeze the cotton fabric. The next method is, after rinsing in tap water, you need to do starching. Cotton fabrics are more suitable for stiffening agents. There are different types of stiffening agents available in the market. With the help of potato, you can take out the starch from it and you can use it. Rice water is also a good source of starch. With the help of rice water, you can also do starching of the fabric. This is a product which is ready-made available. You just need to put few drops of it into a bucket of water or according to the fabric type. And by mixing it, you can easily wash your clothes with it and you can get a stiffened look. After stiffening agents, you do bluing of the fabric. Usually white color cotton fabrics are done with it. Bluing is only done on the white articles like white kurta pajama, white dupatta, etc. If the articles are to be starched and blued, then bluing can be added to the starch solution itself. If the article gets over blued, dip it in a plain water with a few drops of vinegar or lime juice, then extra blue gets removed. Different types of blues are available in market. This is one example of it. You can take a bucket of water, put few drops of it, mix it, make a homogeneous solution of it, then put your whites into it for some minutes. After that, you need to dry it. The next step is drying. For white cotton can be hung outside in a cloth line, while for the colored cotton, we need to hang them in a shaded area. Now we come to another fabric. This is for the silk. For silk, we do not soak as they lose their strength when they are in water. We use mild liquid soaps for the silk fabric. Washing can be done with the help of warm water as it helps to remove the dirt easily. Do not use hot water for silk as silks are the delicate fabric. We use light pressure for washing. Next method is rinsing. We rinse out all the soap in the cold running water. We do not squeeze hard. We add few drops of vinegar or lime juice in the last rinse. This adds luster to the fabric. In some of the silk, in the last step, we do stiffening. We add gum water along with vinegar in the last rinse so that the silk retain its shape, its shine and its luster. The drying of silk can be done in shade, or we can say articles can be rolled in a hand towel to remove excess water. Large articles like sari may be placed on the cloth line in the shade till all the excess water is removed. We do not completely dry before ironing. Next is for the woolen fabrics. Woolen fabrics belong to the protein category. We do not soak the woolen clothes in water. For washing of woolens, we use mild liquid soap. We use lukewarm water. Do not use hot water. We use light pressure for washing. We avoid using hard water, or we can say hot water, because the scales present on the woolen fabric get entangled or can be damaged easily. So we use mild liquid for it. Next step is rinsing. We rinse out the soap in a cold running water. We do not squeeze hard. Last one is drying. We place the article on the flat surface. We avoid hanging the woolen articles in the open area. We do not hang them as they become D-shaped. The next step is drying. Leave on the flat surface in shade to dry. Steam press if the article require ironing. We never used hot iron directly on the fabric. We use steam press for ironing woolen fabric. We place wet cloth on the dried woolen articles and press it with a hot iron on top. Now we come to synthetic category of fabric. Synthetic fabrics include your nylon, polyester, acrylic. These all are the man-made fabrics. For washing them, you use lukewarm or cold water. Hot water is not used as these get damaged by high temperature. They melt easily and can lose their shape when exposed to heat. Use only good soap and light pressure and light rubbing while washing. Well in cold running water to remove soap completely. We do not squeeze synthetic fabrics like nylon, rayon, polyester, etc. Last step is drying. We dry preferably on a hanger to maintain its original shape. When dry, iron only if necessary with a warm iron. We avoid using hot iron and not at a hot one because synthetics get damaged at high temperature. Synthetic fabrics are heat sensitive fabrics, so they get damaged at high temperature, so we avoid using high temperature for synthetic fabric. Next is dry cleaning. In dry cleaning, instead of ordinary washing, the dirt is removed by a solvent action or with the help of a grease absorbents. In washing, we use water, but in dry cleaning, we always use solvents. Solvents have no effect on the following. The color of the fabric remains the same, material does not shrink, it does not lose its shape. Solvent or grease absorbent can be used to clean spots in a garment. The various types of absorbents and grease solvents are French chalk, fullerate, corn flour, talcum powder, and the others are white petroleum, benzene, carbon tetrachloride, methylated spirit. These are being used on the garments, on the spots where the dirt, where the mark or where the stains are available. We do washing at home, but for the luxurious items like silk sari, heavily embroidered or studded lehengas, we often visit to a dry cleaner to get them clean in the market. Stain removal are the part of care and maintenance. Stains are the marks other than dirt on clothes. For example, you may get a curry or a pickle mark on your t-shirt while eating, or an ink mark while writing, or a paint mark if you are accidentally come in contact with a newly painted door. Such marks are called as stains, and if you allow to stay for long, they make the fabric look ugly. Following are the ways you can identify the stain. There are 3 methods to identify the stain. The first one is color, the second one is smell, the third one is feel. Every stain has a specific color. For example, curry or pickle stains are yellow, while coffee, grass stains are usually green in color. Some stains have a peculiar smell. Example, stain of eggs or paints. The third one is feel. Paints or sugar syrups make the fabric stiff to touch, whereas lipstick or shoe polish make the fabric feel slippery. There are various types of stains. First one is vegetable stains. Vegetable stains are extracted from fruits, vegetable, tea, coffee. Next is animal stain. Animal stains come from animal, like from egg, milk, sheep, etc. Next is mineral stain. Example is asbestos. It's a rock kind of a material available in the market. Next is grease stain. Shoe polish, lipstick are the example of grease stain. The last stains are the miscellaneous stain. Miscellaneous stains are those stains which we get from the day-to-day life. For example, a ink pot stain, or we can say drop lipstick stain. To remove all these stains, we have different methods like dipping, sponging, drop method, steaming. What all precautions we need to take while removing stains? We need to remove the stain when it is fresh. For unknown stain, start the stain removal with a simple process and then move on to a complex one. Always wash the stain with a cold water first, as protein stains like blood and egg coagulate with hot water and become difficult to remove. Repeated use of mild reagent is better than one-time use of a strong reagent. Wash all the fabric with soapy solution at the end to remove all the traces of chemical from it. Dry the fabric in sun, as sun acts as a natural bleach. Stain removal for different stains. This white fabric contains different stains. The first stain is a lipstick stain. This is more crispier and it has a rough texture. The next stain is a stain from a kajal pencil. This is a greasy stain. You can see the mark if you rub your finger onto it. Next mark is from a shoe polish. The last stain is from a lipstick mark. These all stains fall in the category of grease stains. This stain comes from tea. The brown mark shows the presence of tea on the fabric. The last stain is from ink. To remove tea stains from the fresh fabric, you need to pour boiling water with a teaspoon of borax into it. For the old stain, dip the stain in the glycerine. For colored cotton, soak in warm water and borax, and for the old stain, dip the stain in glycerine. Tea stains on woolen or silk. For the fresh stain, you can easily remove by soaking the stain in warm water and borax. And for the old stain, you can use hydrogen peroxide solution and you can rub gently to remove the stain. Tea stain on synthetic fabrics like nylon, polyester, acrylic. If the stain is fresh, you can soak in warm water with borax. If the stain is old, dip in warm water and few drops of sodium perborate till the stain is removed. All these procedures need to be done for the tea stain. Now we come to the protein stains, or we can say stains from under the category of proteinaceous nature. Milk, egg, meat, blood are some of the examples of protein stain. If the stain is fresh, you can easily wash it with cold water and soap. If the stain is old, wash with salt water. You can use 2 tablespoons of salt water in half bucket of water. This method can easily be used for colored cottons, for woolen and silk, and for synthetic fabrics like nylon, polyester, acrylic. Next is your oil, waxes and fat stains. For all the fabrics, means for the white cottons, for the colored cottons, for the silk and woolens, and for synthetic fabrics like polyester, acrylic, nylon. You can use the same procedure. For the fresh stain, wash with hot water and soap. And for the old stain, make a paste of soap and water and apply onto it. Leave the stain in sunlight until the stain is removed. Sunlight acts as a natural bleach to the stain. Paint, shoe polish, nail paint, lipstick are fall under the category of miscellaneous stains. For all the fabrics like for white cottons, colored cottons, for synthetics and for protein fabrics, you need to follow the same procedure. For the fresh stain, scrape out all the excess stain. Rub gently with the spirit or kerosene. Spirit like methylated spirit can be used. Kerosene or petroleum product can help you to remove the lipstick stain, or we can say miscellaneous stains. For the old sample, repeat the above methods twice or thrice. The next stain fall under the category of miscellaneous stains. This one is a grass stain. For the fresh stain, wash with soap and water, and if the stain is old, dip the stained portion in methylated spirit. The next stain is beetle, leaf or pan stain. For all the fabrics, for the natural fabrics and for the synthetic fabric, you need to use this procedure. Apply a paste of onion and leave in the sunlight. And if the stain is old, repeat above method twice or thrice. Means you need to apply a paste of onion and leave in the sunlight. Sunlight acts as a natural bleach to the fabric. The last stain is mehendi stain. This procedure can be used for all the fabrics. You need to dip in warm milk for half an hour, and if the stain is old, repeat the above method twice or thrice times. These ingredients are easily available in the market. You can get the methylated spirit from a chemist shop. You can use cotton balls also to rub your stains. Till now we have learned about different types of stains. We have talked about vegetable stains like tea stains or pickle stains. We also talked about animal stains like stains from egg, meat, blood, etc. You also get to know how to remove all these stains. Thank you.
ये है कूल लाइफ, नो फिकर नो टेंशन। एक हम है कंगले।
पर यार एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो?
तू भी जनानियों की तरह उधेड़-बुन में लगा रहता है। जिंदगी एक ही बार मिलती है, एंजॉय। अब कहाँ चल दिया?
मेरी इकोनॉमिक्स की क्लास है।
अबे तेरे बिना वहाँ क्या कमी रह जाएगी?
मैं ये चैप्टर नहीं समझ पाऊंगा।
जा
बाय।
और बगला भगत यार तू तो रहेगा हमेशा कुएं का मेढक, लेकिन भैया हम तो दुनिया में फुल ऐश करेंगे।
यार तू समझता क्यों नहीं यार?
क्या अक्ल मुझे भी है, मुझे पता है कि हमें नौकरियां करनी होंगी। आज तक जिंदगी पढ़ते पढ़ते गुजर गई, 2 साल बाद सर पे नौकरी की तलवार टंगी होगी और हम कौन सा लाट कलेक्टर बन जाएंगे, बस गुजारे लायक तनख्वाह होगी। इस दुनिया में इतनी मौज है, मस्ती है, ऐश है, उसमें हमारा हिस्सा कहाँ है? क्या
ले बेटा खा।
चाची जी आप सुबह से रात तक काम करती हैं, थक नहीं जाती?
हाँ थक तो जाती हूँ बेटा, पर क्या करूं, अब तो सुरेंद्र की बहू ही आकर के आराम देगी।
बहू क्या ऐसे ही आ जाती है? खर्चा करना पड़ता है, बहुओं को कुछ देना भी पड़ता है।
अरे मेरी बहू आए तो सही, मैं उसे सोने की चूड़ियां पहनाऊंगी, सोने की। हाँ अरे अब मोबाइल क्या देख रहा है? तुझे क्या मालूम, मैंने एक एक पैसा जोड़ जोड़ कर अपनी बहू के लिए सोने की चूड़ियां बनवाई हैं। मनीष बेटा, ये तेरा दोस्त है, इस तरह इसका ध्यान रख। स्कूल तो इसने तेरे साथ पार कर ही लिया है। ले ले सागौन ले ले।
नहीं नहीं।
क्यों? अरे ले भी ले।
अबे यार वहाँ हमारे ग्रुप का क्रेडिट कार्ड चलता है।
क्रेडिट को हिंदी में कर्ज कहते हैं।
तुझे नहीं पता, मेरा ग्रुप बहुत दिलदार है। 100 के नोट तो वो कुछ समझते ही नहीं।
जिस दिन तुझे उन्हें दावत देनी पड़ेगी तब क्या करेगा? वो तुझे फ्री में देकर आदत बिगाड़ रहे हैं।
मर्द बच्चा हूं मैं, तो बस जरा मस्ती के लिए, आदत वादत में नहीं डालूंगा, जब चाहे यूं छोड़ दूंगा।
तो अभी छोड़ दे।
क्या हुआ? मना कर गया। मैं तो पहले ही कह रहा था, गोली मारो उसे। उसकी भेजे में बात नहीं आएगी, उसकी किस्मत में खुश रहना नहीं लिखा है।
चाची जी सब्र कीजिए, सब ठीक हो जाएगा।
अरे कैसे सब्र करूं बेटे, कितनी मुश्किल से अकेली ने मैंने ये बेटा पाला है, और ये बेटा मुझे ये रंग दिखा रहा है। अरे मैं तो किसी से कह भी नहीं सकती। न जाने कैसे कैसे पैसे जुटा के मैंने इसकी बहू के लिए चूड़ियां बनवाई थी।
बहू के लिए बनवाई थी ना, पेट ने ले ली तो क्या आफत आ गई?
अरे नास पीटे, अरे तू चला जा, एक तो चोरी ऊपर से सीना चोरी।
मुझे अपने घर में बाहरी लोगों का दखल पसंद नहीं, आप जाओ।
अरे अरे ओ सत्यानाशी, चुप हो जा। मनीष मनीष बेटे, तो इसकी बातों का बुरा मत मानना।
चाची जी,
बहुत बुरा किया तूने बहुत बुरा किया। डॉक्टर साहब, मेरे बच्चों को बचा लीजिए।
आप थोड़ा सब्र रखिए, चिंता ना करिए, हम अपनी तरफ से पूरी कोशिश करेंगे। सुरेंद्र, हम आपको 15 दिन के लिए इस सेंटर पे रखेंगे। दवाइयों एवं बातचीत द्वारा हम आपका इलाज करेंगे, पर एक बात का ध्यान रखना होगा, दवाइयों से इस आदत से छुटकारा नहीं मिल सकता। इसके लिए आपको अपना आत्मविश्वास बढ़ाना होगा, और अगर इस आदत को छोड़ने की तुम मन में ठान लो तो दुनिया की कोई ताकत आपको रोक नहीं सकती। इस बात को हमेशा ध्यान रखना।
प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो। कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो। मित्रों हम उठे और जागे, मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता